Hey everyone, it's Ben Hardy here, and in today's video we'll be reviewing the Buick Encore Avenir. This is the super fancy Encore. Before we get in this video, I want to give a huge shout out and thank you to the Jerry Signer Buick GMC here in South Jordan, Utah for giving me some time with this Encore. I'm going to include a link to their website in the description down below so you can check out what they have currently. Also include a link to my car buying guide. Let's get into it. Powering this is a turbocharged 1.3 liter 3-cylinder that goes through a 9-speed automatic transmission. Fuel economy is 26 around town and then 28 on the highway, with power outputs being 155 horsepower and then 174 pound-feet of torque. Before we move forward with this review, I do want to mention if you want to see more videos just like this, then I recommend you subscribe because I post content every single day. So starting with the hood, I think that's really interesting how they just have that little ridge there, but you've got the new Buick logo, and then I think the headlight design is really cool. Got the split light design here with the Encore, and then look at the grille, really cool trim there in the center as well. And so yeah, putting it all together, it's a good looking car. Now around the side here, our tire wheel setup is 245 by 45 by 19 in the front and over in the rear. And you can see with the wheels you've got that silver trim, again Buick logo in the center, and then this is cool with the fender flares. Avenir there on the side as well, and then you guys can see with the silver trim there on the door handles and around the windows. And here's the side profile. Now this leads us to the key fob. We've got our lock and unlock function, we've got the opening for the hatch, remote start, and pop her open. Now the Encore is not a massive crossover, but it does come with a cargo cover, which is pretty cool. You got more storage underneath as well, which is a big plus. And again, this is similar in size to kind of like some lifted hatchbacks is a good way to look at it. A little bit bigger than that, but not massive. It's pretty cool how that's full power. These taillights look pretty cool. Look at that. That's fun. And then you can see Encore GX there on the other side. And it's the rest of the rear. Now taking a look at the door panel here, you can see soft touch, and we've got the stitching down below. And then this one still has the seat covers on it for the back seats. But yeah, nice stitching and all of that. We'll show the front seats so it'll be a little bit better. But let's see what the space is like back here. Yeah, pretty good. Got a little storage pocket here in the rear as well. And then it does slope down a little bit because of the sunroof, but it's pretty good. Now taking a look at the front door panel, you can see again with the soft touch down below as well. All of our window controls. The driver window is automatic. You got your mirror adjustments, memory seat function, blind spot ring with the mirrors. And then here is the Avenir seats. Pretty fancy, right? Power adjustments on the side. We've got our light control there, and then some nice trim on the dash as well. Now take a look at the steering wheel, you can see soft touch all around. You got the contrasted stitching around the center. Radio controls on the back. Bunch of practical controls in the front, including like your voice command controls, cruise control, heated steering wheel button as well. And then you can see you've got your stocks on the back. Now there is a plastic cover that kind of gets in the way of being able to see the gauge cluster, but fully digital gauge cluster shows you all the info you need to see, like your fuel range, for example. You can see the odometer and all of that. But yeah, overall a clean look, and it's actually connected to the infotainment system. So it's like all one unit. This is what GM's been going for. You can see with this camera system, pretty solid, all of the different viewpoints. It's always a nice thing to have a 360. Even though this is not a huge car, not necessary, it's still a nice feature to have. Now as for the rest of the infotainment system, you can see here it is a touchscreen. And it does take a second for some of the pages to load up, but overall pretty quick response time, and like we have a physical volume control with this. Soft touch trim all across the dash. See down below as well. Got a couple vents here. And then we've got our dual zone climate controls, heated seats on top of that. Got the USB ports with the wireless phone charging pad. Auto stop start. We got our all-wheel drive, lane departure, stability control. So this little area. Shifter for that 9-speed automatic. Got some cup holders, parking brake. See more storage here. You can fit a couple water bottles. Got the center console. And get more of that nice trim. Yeah, normal go bucks. Actually has a camera rear view mirror. Look at that. It's a fun feature. And then we've got a panoramic sunroof up top. That's gonna be hard to see because of the glare, but 2025 Encore GX Avenir, and base MSRP is 31,000 or 33,100, 31,000. Total MSRP is 38,580. Anywho, let's see how it performs. Well, let us set off in the Encore Avenir. Here's visibility, by the way. And I guess we did a little bit of off-roading because filmed in the overflow lot here. It's kind of the best place because of the sorry, I gotta fix this, falling off. Yeah, just because of the openness of the area. Gotta love the gravel at the end. Gonna take it slow so that the stuff that's in the tires kind of goes out. Flip. But Encore GX. Interesting rig. It's kind of, I mean, in this Avenir package, it's priced similar to SUVs that are larger than it actually. You know, this is kind of like the size of a Honda HR-V, but then it's more similar in price to like a CR-V with this package, but this is fully loaded. So that is something to note. I will say this 3-cylinder's pretty peppy. Better than I'd think, given the power. Like, it's just got good torque. Feels like it's got some punch to it. Yeah, I like the drive overall. Very smooth. Even over the bumps, the suspension compliance is pretty good. It is pretty darn good. The seats are pretty comfortable too. Yeah, so far it seems like there's just a lot to like about this. Zoom in. Yeah, I really like this as a kind of like a little car. So, summing things up here with the Encore GX Avenir. Solid packaging. Solid packaging. I think it performs well. I think that it looks good on the outside. It's a nice looking car. And I don't really have anything bad to say about it. It drives well. Feels like we just went to a different world. This is like a swamp or something over here, if I remember right. So there's tons of trees. It's just interesting to see. And it's like, boom! That's funny. But let me know what you guys think about the Encore Avenir. Let me know if you think if this makes sense. Would you rather get this or, you know, one of the larger cars that's at this price point? And again, you gotta remember, this is the fully loaded Encore. You can get these for, you know, lower 30s if you get the lower end packages with it. This is just a top of the line, so that's all.